Welcome back. Now we're into March with, and as I promised, part one of our trilogy of superstars. And this first one, it was one that, I've always thought about reviewing this one. And with this one, it was between, let me just move this so it's a little safer. It was between this movie and Last Action Hero.
Oh, okay. And
Which
you
was,
chose this one.
and I chose this one,
Yay!
The Running Man, starring Arnold
I'll be
Schwarzenegger.
back.
Hey, I'm gonna. You know what? How about this? You do the review, and I'll do the rest of it in my Schwarzenegger voice.
Oh, no, 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 no. Please, you did enough during the movie. I
It was fantastic filmmaking.
think it was one of his first movies or something. He
It wasn't
was,
one of his first.
well, it seemed like
His
he
first
was.
was his first was Hercules in New York, where he was Arnold Strong.
Oh, anyway.
Cinematic Excrement did a review of it.
Okay. It just seemed like he was a little like.
He was in his he was in his game.
Mm.
Yes, I am
So
going to do a
anyway, if
lot
we're
of
going to
puns in this
discuss it,
review.
it starts out he is
A
like
soldier in a helicopter.
a state patrol police
He
soldier.
got to the chopper.
And then
I want to see how many of these you can actually recognize. His other catchphrases.
so anyway, they were coming up on a riot and it was about 1,500 people. He said that they were unarmed. He said he wanted to abort the mission and Control wanted him to go through with it.
But he
So
didn't
then
want
he
to.
started knocking out people and punching them and
Hey,
everything.
Mama did say, knock you out.
And then they took him and they blamed it all on him. They went ahead and shot up everybody and they blamed it on him, sent him to a prison that worked
You forgot
with.
something. He was dangling over a helicopter. He was dangling on the edge of the
Right,
helicopter.
right. And they brought him back on and then it was lights out. And then they showed him in a prison camp.
You mean Christmas lights out?
No, he didn't wear Christmas tree lights. So then
So then,
they were planning a prison break.
so they mentioned this was 2017.
Yes.
Okay.
So the government took everything over. Food, fuel was scarce, and everything else. And
They got a few things right.
so then
Don't you
they
agree?
did a prison break, and
Because
he.
one of them was very good and was able to like figure out the code.
Yes, yes, because he memorized it as he watched the guy doing it. But then it didn't work inside,
He
so they had to
understood.
take it outside.
He understood the bro code.
Whatever, the barcode.
No, the bro code.
Whatever.
How I Met Your Mother.
There you go.
Expect another 50 more or so. La.
Hey guys, I can walk away right now. So anyway, they got the code. They shot the soldiers or the armed guards, whatever. They got out of there. Then they went and they got their collars off. And then they were trying to take down. Well, no, they all kind of split up a little
And
bit.
Schwarzenegger went into the 1987 Marion Cotillard
He went to his old friend's apartment.
with
It
a
was the
hot
same
French chick.
code. Same code. Um,
45566 or something.
3 3 or something, whatever.
One of those.
So he took a shower, he shaved, everything cleaned up, and he comes out of the bathroom and here's this lady working out to.
The the body.
Jesse Ventura.
I think that was his wrestling nickname. Jesse the
Oh,
Body Ventura.
oh my God. Anyway, he was doing a workout video. And so then he got this crazy idea. He wanted to go to Hawaii, but you could only travel with a
wait.
travel chip.
I want to make another pun. You said he showered and shaved, so he made a clean getaway.
So they're at the airport. She thinks he's a felon because they said it was all his fault on TV, everything. That's why he was put in prison. So here they are. They're in tropical cruise wear,
At
trying
least
to
he
go
is.
to go to Hawaii. And then she stomps on his foot and she goes, "Help! Help!"
One thing I do want to mention, when they were doing that code to get through, I'm just now realizing it's very similar to another Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, Total Recall.
Okay. So then they got him out on the tarmac runway, and then they took him. The guy that did this show called The Running Man.
Well, it's
He
basically
wanted
just
him.
letting prisoners try to survive 4 levels. It's like DOA.
Okay,
You don't remember that movie?
no. Dead or Alive? No. Whatever.
It was based on a video game. I wanted to get it for the holidays.
Oh, good. So they captured him, and Richard
One-
Dawson played the
one
TV
second.
host.
I want to get DOA ASAP.
If you're still watching this, thank you. Oh, God. So, anyway, so they captured him and they put this tracker in him. And they told him if he didn't do it, his two friends, his two buddies that helped get out of the prison were going to be killed.
And after they put the stuff in them, the rest of it was real gas.
Yes, then they put him to sleep until the show. They woke him up, they got him dressed. So he goes to the
In
show.
spandex.
Uh-huh.
He looked like a
A one
bobsledder.
piece. Yes, a one piece. And so this, what was it called? The Running Man.
Yeah.
It was the #1 rated show. All these people were betting. All these people were cheering on the people that were sent in to kill the people so they don't make it through all 4 segments.
You got to mention that the way they got into the Running Man, Schwarzenegger and his friends, it was like a real roller coaster.
Yeah. They got put into these like things that clasped their wrists on their arms and their feet.
A more
And they went
extreme
down a
alpine
tube.
slide.
Yeah, they went down a tube and they were going, "Meow, meow, meow, choo." And then all of a sudden they pop out and they have all these motorcycles and all these people throwing stuff at them and trying to get them to go into the first quadrant because you have to survive 4 quadrants in 3 hours.
It's Tales from the Quad Dead Zone.
So the first quadrant, the lady, they had people in the audience pick out who they wanted as the eliminator.
And so they picked an old lady.
So this lady chose,
I don't remember.
wasn't it the Iceman or something?
Oh yeah, that's right. The Iceman.
He was an ice skater with...
Schwarzenegger would later play him as Mr. Freeze.
Oh, cool.
He was
Great reference.
cool. He was the ultimate cool.
Okay.
Hey, what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. That's a real quote.
Okay, yeah. Like I said, if you're still watching this, thank you. It's kind of painful for me to just sit here and get through it. Okay.
We need to review
So
more
he
Schwarzenegger films.
He takes care of that guy. And then next they send out...
That guy, he was a pain in the neck.
Yeah. Then they send out the harmonizer and...
The harmonizer?
Yeah, the
No, the
Christmas
buzzsaw.
tree. The buzzsaw with his tag
Electro.
team.
It was like,
Electrode.
yeah. No,
But I thought he was the harmonizer.
he wasn't Electro. he had the same powers as Electro in Amazing Spider-Man 2
And he sang.
while wearing Christmas lights.
Yeah. And there's a reference to that in the movie by Arnold.
But there was also Buzzsaw,
Yeah, Buzzsaw was first. Well, they both came out.
who was pretty much
Chainsaw
Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes.
Or Axe from Carl the Butcher versus Axe.
Yeah, whatever.
And along the way, two of them pass. But we forgot what a very important thing.
He wasn't. Well, he lost two of his guys too.
But we forgot to talk about the girl.
Yes, the girl shows up as these two were showing up. She was a secret. What did they call her? Secret guest?
Mystery contestant.
Oh, mystery contestant. And they made up all these lies about her too, saying that, yeah, just believe me, they're lies.
I want to say the one that I was like, really? You want to hear one of the crimes she committed? She had relations with 3 men in a year.
And they said that she cheated in college and all of this, so.
I guess Lady Luck wasn't on her side.
I guess. Not on yours either, is it? Wow. Ooh.
So anyway, she meets up with him, and that's when, and it was around this point that the nerd guy and Yaphet Kotto passed away.
Yep,
He wasn't able to continue his voyage.
that's right. But the one thing, he didn't kill the electric guy, the harmonizer.
He didn't do it because he doesn't kill innocent people.
Right. People that are down.
Who was in a car kind of like Mad Max.
Yeah.
Or Tank Girl.
Yeah. True. So anyway, so it's these two left. The one guy got the code to get into the network, gave it to the girl. I'm surprised she was kind of ditzy that she even remembered it. And in the third quadrant, they had to get to the underground group that they were the ones that...
You left someone out. The hothead.
The American Man? Oh, the fireball guy. Was he before or
The
after?
Larson Looper Fireball.
Oh, okay.
And that's where they found out all of last year's winners.
Were losers because they were burned to a crisp.
They were bad to the bone.
Yeah. Yeah, mostly all you saw was bones, and she read their dog tags and found out that they were last year's winners, and Arnold kind of took care of him too. What was his name? Stuart? No.
Ben.
Ben Strange? Or Ben Strong? Ben something. Ben with an S last name.
Ben
So,
Schwarzenegger.
how clever.
He went out in a blaze of glory.
Yeah. Well, he wore a fire retardant suit, but the one thing he didn't think about was his face
Okay, fine.
and everything were not covered.
I'm not sure this movie was 100% accurate.
Yeah. Well, like you said, he went out with the blaze.
In a blaze of glory.
In the blaze of glory with all the other last year winner losers.
I already said that.
Yeah. So then
Did you just recall?
Haha, totally. It was a total recall. Oh God, now I'm starting. Oh God, please. Okay, so let's hurry up and get done with this movie because it's taking a lot longer here than, yeah.
I don't want to sabotage this.
Okay. So
That's
anyway,
another one of his movies.
so they're in the third quadrant. They get captured, but it's with the underground. So what they do in the meantime is they get out, they recall the American Man. Woohoo!
Played by Jesse Ventura,
And what they did was
my Predator co-star.
they created a fight where it showed that Arnold and the girl were killed, in which they actually weren't.
Yeah, she broke a neck.
Yeah.
And he
He
got
pinned.
no, he got the point.
Yeah. He got pinned up against the pointy wall. He got pointed. Yeah. Got pointed in the wrong direction.
Oh, we should also mention that when he had to sign something, he made a pen pal.
Yeah.
I finally got one out of you.
So anyway, they get on the network.
And that's when they show the actual footage.
The actual footage of them being alive. The actual footage of him in the helicopter trying to save the 1,500 people that they took out with the bombs.
The chopper.
Yeah, the chopper.
The chopper.
Yeah.
You have
yeah.
to get to the chopper.
Whatever. They were already in it. They didn't need to get to it.
That's a line from Predator.
So then with the underground,
Stick around.
they go to the studio so that nobody will take off what's going on.
And at that point, they get rid of the innocent civilians.
Yes, they tell them to get out. They close the doors.
No, they tell them to get down.
Exit. Get them out of there.
That's another catchphrase.
Oh, God.
Get down, get down.
So in the meantime, the guards that are at the TV station, they're shooting innocent people trying to get rid of Arnold and his team. The other team of younger men went to the studio, the camera room, and made sure that they didn't change what was being broadcasted. So the audience...
Don't touch that remote.
Yeah. The audience got a taste of what actually was happening and that everything that they had been told was a lie.
Who would have thought a reality TV show would have been inaccurate?
Very inaccurate. Very. So, and they even showed last year's winners, losers before they burned.
No, they were the winners, quote unquote.
But losers because they were burned to death.
You already said that.
Yeah, but they showed that on the screen.
Don't
too.
call it a comeback.
I won't. Totally. Yeah.
I said comeback.
I know. So
That's
anyway,
an LL Cool J song.
So anyway, it ends up. Do you want the ending in there or not?
Sure, what the heck.
Okay. So Richard Dawson is left there with Arnold, and then his bodyguard comes out, and Richard is like commanding his bodyguard to take out Arnold. And he said something that he needed more steroids or something. I don't know.
He said steroids make you deaf.
So then
He said that to Ventura.
So then Arnold kept circling around, and he finally got Richard into this occupant thingy that goes flying down the tunnel and put into the game.
He had them caged in.
And he said, let's give the audience really what they want. So here goes Richard Dawson. And he comes out and he goes through the billboard that says, the number one, Cola and me, or we are number one together or something. And then he goes through the billboard and it blows up and burns him to a crisp.
His
and
cola.
Everybody is happy.
His cola hits the spot.
Yeah, he hit the spot.
That was a Pepsi promo years ago.
Yeah. So anyway.
Oh, you forgot to mention that in the previous ones, the reason why they also didn't go through the billboard was because there was a net. But with him, there was nothing but net.
So anyway, that's pretty much the movie, and then Arnold ends up with the girl, and the whole world is happy again. So maybe they'll
And
get
then
to have food and their rights back and everything else, and government won't be as big as what it is.
and there was also a cool song. So it was the Swan Song.
The swan song?
That's another term
Oh,
pun.
okay, whatever. Anyway, would you recommend this?
I would recommend it. It's a catchphrase bingo.
Okay.
There's a
It
lot of
wasn't.
there's a lot of good Schwarzenegger lines.
I don't like Arnold that much, but it was an okay movie. So if I wouldn't pay to watch it Redbox or whatever, get it from the library, see if Hulu's got it, get it. I don't even know if
Netflix.
Netflix has it or whatever, but don't pay to see it. I don't. It's old. It's dated.
How is it dated? It's set in 2019 or
I
2017.
know, but it was made how many years ago?
1987.
See?
A year before I was born.
Wow. That is aging, isn't it? Anyway, that's my review, my take on it.
I did have a final list of things I wanted to say.
There you go.
I had a big speech, but you took the words out of my mouth, so now I'm speechless.
Good. Okay, so
Join us next time where we take a look at
another action,
no,
no comedy,
as we take a
romance,
look at The King.
the King of Rock and Roll,
No,
the King Kong.
close.
Ah, King Louis.
You are terminated. And you know what? Let's get to the chopper.
Bye.
Bye.